I've been posting consistently on TikTok for over a year now, and I hit 1,000 videos on there. And also for nearly a year, I've been posting on YouTube as well and on Instagram. I started my podcast not long ago. It's been a couple of months since it's been running, and let me tell you now, it's been a really messy journey. And I met a lot of lovely people. I learned a lot of things, but like I said, it's been messy. And now I'm at a point where I feel really stuck, and I feel like my content is not really going nowhere, and I think this is actually really normal and healthy. It happens to all of us, and I want to make this video to reassure you that you are on the right track. So let's unpack this. So to give you a brief background on how I started my content creation journey, it was basically me just doing makeup TikToks at first, but then I fell out of it, and then I came back to TikTok again doing fashion content, fell out of it again, and that's when I realized, okay, let me actually make some sort of a steady plan of what I want to post, and that's how I got into self-improvement. And then I started YouTube and of course Instagram along the way, and that's how I got the ball rolling. If you asked me back then when I first started where I would be in 2026, I would say that I would be earning 10,000 per month. And let me tell you now, don't think of it that way, because now, right now, 2026, I'm earning zero out of content creation. Zero, absolute zero, no, nothing. And if I kept thinking about earning the 10,000, I would have given up ages ago. Because for content creation, you have to have a purpose. Because we all see those influencer events going on, those brand partnerships that are paid in such an abundant way. We see people on those networking events and just living this lavish life. But to get to that point, that's the part that is the most uncomfortable. That's the part that is the most uncertain, and people don't like it for that reason. And that's why so many people give up, because you don't know when that's gonna happen and if it's gonna happen. But I think that you have to accept this in order to grow. You have to sit through that discomfort. You have to accept the journey. You have to love the journey as it is in order to become successful in content creation. You cannot just be here for the rewards. Like I said, if I was only thinking about earnings, I would have given up ages ago, because there's no earnings as of now. And I've been on and off, it's been 2 years now. Consistently, it's been a year. So you can imagine that I would expect at least like a £500 month, but I don't even get that. Is it because my content is bad? Is it because I'm not pitching myself enough? I don't know what it is. But I have uni on top of this. I'm looking for a full-time job, and there's so many things that are going on in my life that I can't even really think and stress about. Why am I not earning on social media? But I still post. Why? Because I want to make a change. I am going through a lot of life changes, and I talk about it because I feel like this is the most human thing, and this is the most vulnerable I've ever been on social media. But I know that if I was in that situation 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, I would want someone to talk about this. I would want someone to reassure me that I am in an okay place and I will get out of it. And that is my purpose. My purpose is to bring smile to people's faces. My purpose is to empower women. My purpose is to empower through my experiences, my lived experiences, so you feel like you can also do this. I want to be a walking proof of that. That's why I'm working so hard. Money is a bonus. PR, bonus. Big following, bonus. All of this is a bonus. And I've said this at the start, I feel very disconnected from my content, and recently I've been really stuck. But I think the way to push through this is to remind yourself of your big why, of your purpose. It's to remind yourself why you started in the first place. Why did you wake up one day thinking, let me do content creation? Why was that so strong? Why were you so strongly, positively motivated to do this? Where was that drive coming from? Come back to that day. Journal it out. Think about this. Think about what was the motivation, what was the big motivator behind this, because that's ultimately what will keep you going in this, even when there's so much uncertainty, no growth, no money, no nothing coming your way. Because trust me, one post is better than none. One way of showing up is better than none. Even if it's just you scripting a video, even if it's just you writing down an idea that you just had, this is good enough. Keep showing up. Make it normal to show up for content. Treat it as your job. And while we are talking about this, let me just say it straight away that there's no point in figuring out algorithms, okay? They change constantly. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, you name it, all of those algorithms, they will be changing all the time. So by the time that you figure out a certain new update, there will be another one, and it will mess the whole thing up. There's no point in treating algorithm like this one thing that will get you the success. The audience, people that want to hear you, people that want you to speak up, these people, this is what you should be thinking about. Those people, how can you bring something into their life? When you think about someone that just came back from work, it's 5 p.m. and they are sat down doom scrolling, how can you bring something positive into their evening. Because you can't control algorithms, you can't control those external things, but what you can control is how you show up for content, how authentic you are, how transparent you are. You control those things. You don't control the outcome fully, but you control how you show up, and that's where the energy should go. So don't think about algorithms, don't think about trends, because those are pointless. I had quite a few 1 million, 2 million, 3 million views videos. What did they bring me? They brought me followers that don't care about me. They literally do not show up anymore. Maybe like a fraction of them. So that doesn't matter. I want to build a community, and that's what you should ultimately want to do as well. Because at the end of the day, chasing trends, pointless. And there's also a lot of misinformation online. I know as soon as you like a post about content creation and growth hacks and all of that stuff, like you will be getting tons of them every single day, but it's very important to take the advice with a bit of caution, with a grain of salt, because at the end of the day, this is generic advice. It might really not apply to you because of your niche, maybe of how you speak, maybe how you're showing up, whatever it might be, right? The only way to get right advice is to pay someone and have them audit your account, speak to you as a person, have a meeting with you, and then they will be able to give you personalized advice. So everything that is online, take it with a grain of salt. Even what I'm saying, because of course I am talking from my own experience. It doesn't necessarily have to apply to you, because there's so many creators that are also saying things that genuinely, I'm not gonna lie, they don't make sense, they don't work. There's no things such as posting time that is universal for everyone. There's, you don't have to close the app after, those things, please, let's stop this. This is nonsense. So what I'm saying is keep experimenting, keep showing up, because content creation is basically a trial and error. This is a process. This is something that you have to learn, you have to give up, you have to come back to it, you have to flop, you have to find a way that works for you. That's exactly how you grow on social media and in any other field. So your only job right now, after finishing this video, is to write down the next content idea that you have that you want to execute, and think about how you're going to execute this. Are you going to make a short video? Are you going to make a carousel post? Are you going to just make a podcast? Think about what you want to do. Think about your reasoning. Think about your why. Why exactly this idea? What is behind it? What's the big why behind this? If you want to make, let's say, a video about a recipe that you found online, maybe you like sharing something that's convenient for people. Maybe you like sharing things that will save someone time. So think about what can you do with that. Maybe if you are thinking about sharing some sort of dating advice from your love life because you've experienced some bad dating and whatever it might be, think about why you want to share this. Is it because you want women to be safer? Is it because you want people to be a bit more aware, a bit more careful? Think about your why and keep experimenting. Keep showing up, because you've got this. Trust me, you watching this video means that you care. So don't give up. You've got this. We all got this. Everyone has an audience. Trust me, there's always people that want to see you. We deserve to be heard and seen. So whatever your story is, don't be afraid to put it out online, because there is a target audience. There are people that will listen to you. I hope that this video helped you a little bit, and if you're interested in my other social medias, then make sure to check my description, because that's where everything is. Same with my podcast, Main Character Frequency, and also let me know if you are a content creator or if you're becoming one, if you want to be one. Let me know how your journey is going, and if you've got any tips as well, please share them, because this is my journey, but there's so many people that have so many nice tips. I really want to hear more. So if you've got some advice, please put it in the comments. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.